You have dreams so big they scare you. You know you were made for something greater. Yet every day you find yourself stuck, trapped between ambition and inaction. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're fighting a hidden battle. And you're not alone. This audiobook isn't here to shame you. It's here to light a fire inside you that never goes out. Stay with me until the end and let's rebuild you from the inside out. Every human being is at war. Not against the world, not against circumstances, but against themselves. Inside you, two powerful forces battle every single day: ambition and comfort. On one side, there's your ambition, the voice that dreams, the spark that says, you were meant for more. You can do great things. On the other side, there's comfort, the silent force whispering, stay safe, stay small, don't risk pain, avoid failure. Ambition pushes you toward growth. Comfort pulls you toward safety. Every action you take, or don't take, is a result of which side is winning at that moment. You see, ambition feels good when it's in your mind. When you're imagining success, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that rewards you just for thinking about doing something great. But action? Real, messy, uncomfortable action? That's different. Action invites discomfort, uncertainty, and possible failure. And to your survival brain, that feels dangerous. So without realizing it, you hesitate. You procrastinate. You get stuck. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I need to plan more. I just need to feel motivated first. But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And slowly, painfully, you watch the life you dreamed of drift farther away. Understand this. Ambition without action becomes agony. The more you dream but do nothing, the worse you feel about yourself. The gap between who you are and who you want to be grows wider. And with that gap comes guilt, shame, self-doubt. It's not just about being productive. It's about protecting your spirit from decay. Here's the deeper truth no one tells you. The longer you stay trapped in this loop, the more your mind starts to accept it as your identity. You stop seeing yourself as a future winner who's just in a rough season. You start believing you're someone who never finishes things. Someone who lacks discipline. Someone who isn't meant to succeed. And that belief becomes a cage you carry with you everywhere. But here's the good news, and it's incredibly important you hear this. The battle inside you is winnable. You are not your past failures. You are not defined by your worst habits. You are one choice away, every single day, from tipping the war in your favor. It doesn't happen by suddenly feeling highly motivated. It doesn't happen by waiting for a perfect moment. It happens the moment you decide. I'm tired of dreaming and waiting. Today I move, even if it's small. Today I act. It's action, not dreaming, that rewires your identity. It's the doing, not the thinking, that turns ambition into reality. One step, one uncomfortable decision, one imperfect attempt. That's how you break free. So today, recognize the hidden war inside you. Honor your ambition. But stop feeding the comfort that keeps you small. You have everything you need inside you right now. Not someday. Not later. No. The next chapter will show you exactly why your brain fights you so hard, and how to turn your biology from an enemy into your greatest ally. Let's keep going. Before you beat yourself up again for procrastinating, pause. Take a deep breath. Understand this. Procrastination is not a moral failure. It's biological. It's survival-based. And if you don't know how to fight it properly, you will lose to it, again and again. Let's peel back the layers. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors lived in a brutal, dangerous world. Survival wasn't about chasing dreams. It was about avoiding threats, predators, starvation, conflict. The human brain evolved to prioritize immediate safety over long-term rewards. That wiring still lives in you today. When you think about taking bold action, launching a business, writing a book, starting a fitness journey, your modern, conscious mind says, this will be amazing for my future. But your ancient brain panics. It sees risk. It sees uncertainty. It sees potential embarrassment, failure, or wasted energy. And to protect you, it deploys its favorite weapon, avoidance. Suddenly, you feel an invisible wall. You rationalize. Maybe later. I'm not ready. I'm too tired today. And before you know it, you're scrolling, eating, daydreaming, anything but moving forward. It's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain associates discomfort with danger. Here's the crazy part. Even thinking about doing something difficult can trigger stress signals. Your heart rate subtly rises. Your mind looks for excuses to stay safe. In other words, your biology is sabotaging your ambition in real time. But here's the breakthrough, and it's life-changing. You can rewire this system. You can train your brain to stop seeing effort as a threat and start seeing it as a reward. Oh. First, you must understand a key psychological principle. The action precedes motivation rule. You don't wait to feel ready to act. You act and readiness follows. The more often you act despite discomfort, the more your brain rewires its fear pathways. It learns, taking action didn't kill me. It actually felt good afterward. Over time, hard things stop feeling terrifying. They start feeling familiar, even energizing. This is why the first step, no matter how tiny, is the most powerful move you'll ever make. It signals to your nervous system, I am safe even when I'm uncomfortable. Take a moment and imagine your future self. Someone who doesn't get paralyzed by fear. Someone who moves forward even when it's messy, even when it's hard. That future version of you isn't braver by birth. They're braver because they train their brain. Every small action you take today is laying the bricks of that future identity. You're not lazy. You're a warrior learning to overcome one of the oldest survival instincts in history. Understand this and everything changes. Procrastination is not your personality. It's a habit reinforced by fear. And habits can be broken. The most successful people you admire aren't fearless. They just learn not to negotiate with the fear. They feel the resistance and move anyway. They stopped asking themselves, do I feel like it today? Instead, they made action their new baseline. Just like breathing, just like eating, non-negotiable. From today forward, let's commit to this mindset. Action first. Emotion second. Move before you're ready. Act even when it's ugly. Discomfort isn't a warning, it's a green light. You're not battling yourself. You're liberating yourself. And the next chapter will show you another hidden enemy that keeps you trapped even when you want to act. Perfectionism. It's time to dismantle that enemy too. Stay with me. This journey is just beginning. Perfectionism sounds noble. It wears a shiny disguise. I just have high standards, it whispers. I just want it to be excellent. But here's the truth. Perfectionism is not about excellence. It's about fear. The fear of being judged. The fear of failing. The fear of not being good enough. And if you're ambitious but stuck, perfectionism is likely one of your biggest chains. Let's break it down. When you set impossibly high standards, two things happen inside your mind. First, the task becomes enormous. Feels overwhelming. You look at it and think, if I can't do it perfectly, why even start? Second, you tie your self-worth to the outcome. If you fail, it's not just the project that fails. You feel like you, as a person, have failed. This is paralyzing. So instead of risking failure, you delay. You research more. You plan longer. You wait until you're more ready. But deep down, you know the ugly truth. You are running from imperfection. Ironically, perfectionism guarantees the one thing it's trying to avoid. Failure through inaction. The book never gets written. The business never gets launched. The healthier life never gets started. All because of the fear of not doing it perfectly. Here's the wake-up call. Perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. It never existed. It never will. Every masterpiece you admire, the best-selling book, the successful business, the brilliant speech, they all started messy. Full of mistakes. Full of doubt. But the creators understood something you must also accept. Done is better than perfect. Progress is better than paralysis. In psychology, we talk about the growth mindset. This mindset says, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep improving. When you adopt this attitude, something incredible happens. You stop fearing mistakes. You start welcoming them. Every mistake becomes a stepping stone. Every rough draft becomes a necessary phase. Every awkward first attempt becomes a badge of honor. You realize, action creates clarity. Motion creates mastery. No one ever became great by sitting on the sidelines, polishing imaginary plans in their mind. Greatness is forged in the messy, imperfect, courageous work of showing up, again and again, even when it's ugly. Especially when it's ugly. Here's a mantra I want you to carry from this moment forward. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction. Say it to yourself whenever you hesitate. Your dreams are too important to be held hostage by the illusion of flawlessness. If you wait until you're ready, if you wait until it's perfect, you will wait forever. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. But start. Every action you take chips away at the fear. Every imperfect attempt teaches you what no amount of thinking ever could. Remember this truth. Success isn't built by perfect people. It's built by persistent people. Those who are willing to stumble, adjust, fall, rise, and move forward, no matter what. You are capable of so much more than you think. But you will never unlock that potential by hiding behind perfectionism. You unlock it by doing. Messy, raw, brave. So today your mission is simple. Choose progress over perfection. Choose action over anxiety. Choose movement over mental prisons. Because the real enemy was never failure. It was the fear of not looking perfect. But not anymore. You are moving forward. And this is how the lazy loop finally breaks. This is how ambition transforms into achievement. You're ready. Now go create your imperfect masterpiece. If this message hit you deeply, if you know you've been trapped by procrastination, fear, or perfectionism, leave a comment below saying, "I choose action over perfection." Declare it publicly. Make it real. Let's build a community of action takers, not daydreamers. And remember, your future isn't waiting for perfect. It's waiting for you.